bored.
But you're reading.
I've read all these books already.
And?
And I'm bored. I want to do something. Things have been so slow around here and I just...
Oh, Twilight, darling! Oh, thank goodness! It seems that my...
Woo! Got here as fast as I could.
Yes! Finally! We've been summoned. I wonder where the map wants us to...
Twilight?
My little pony, my little pony. My little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. My little pony. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure. Tons of fun. A beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness. It's an easy feat. And magic makes it all complete to have mine. Do you know you're all my very best friends?
Where do you think?
Oh, Manehattan! We've been called to Manehattan. Oh, I've simply been dying to go back for a visit. And now, I return with a purpose.
It looks like you've been summoned to this particular neighborhood here.
We're off to solve a friendship problem in one of the busiest and most vibrant cities in all of Equestria. Isn't this exciting?
Seems a hair odd, though, don't it? Map calling me to a big city like Manehattan.
You may be more of a country pony at heart, Applejack, but the map picked you two because you're the best ponies to tackle this particular mission.
But how will we even know what our mission's supposed to be? That neighborhood probably has twice as many ponies as all of Ponyville.
More like 3 times. Why, it's not only home to the hay-packing district, it's also home to the fashion district. Shame you weren't called as well, though, darling. You did end up quite a fan of the hustle and bustle of Manehattan on our last visit.
It's such an exciting city, and there's still so much I'd like to do there. So many museums and historical landmarks to visit, not to mention all the libraries. But this is your mission. Don't worry about me. I've got plenty of books to keep me busy.
I just remembered something. The Sisterhood Social.
We'll have to miss it. No telling how long we'll be in Manehattan. I sure hope Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle aren't too upset.
Oh, Manehattan, what you do to me? Darling, are you all right?
Ponies move so fast here. Not at all like back home. Eyes peeled, ears open. Eyes peeled, ears open.
Remember, Applejack, you're in the big city now. No moseying. You've got to walk with speed and confidence.
Move it!
Sorry about that.
Get out of my way!
Sorry.
Watch it!
Hey, oh dear. Butter my biscuits. I can barely cross the street in this town. How am I supposed to help solve a...
There!
Yes, I think this is the one.
No!
Excuse me?
That hat clashes with your mane. Not to mention it's far too large and will undoubtedly obstruct your vision. Oh, dear. None of these will do. Oh, Applejack! What good timing! Here, this will do splendidly.
Oh, it's lovely. How much would you like for it?
Oh, no, please, keep it. I can always make another.
Thank you.
And you thought we wouldn't discover our purpose here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that wasn't it.
What? We just saved that poor pony from committing a terrible crime of fashion. Well, she could have been meeting a friend, would have laughed at a new hat, and then their friendship could have been ruined forever. And it's possible.
Did your cutie mark glow signifying a job well done?
Yeah. No, I suppose it didn't. Still, a disaster was averted.
Averted? You just lost me a paying customer.
Oh, my. Oh, I am so sorry. I never meant to...
Beat it!
Please accept my sincerest apologies for the misunderstanding. And might I add, what a lovely establishment you have here. You're right, Applejack. The search continues.
Excuse me? I was just wondering, friendship problem, any pony? See, we've been sent here to... a map summoned us, and, if you could just take a moment to...
Friendship advice! Any pony looking for friendship advice? Good grief. This isn't working.
I'm not sure what we're supposed to do. To be honest, I'm still not even sure what the map called me here for.
Oh, try not to worry, Applejack. The map picked us for a reason. Although how we're supposed to uncover that reason, I haven't a clue. We can't possibly approach every single pony in town until we find out what we're meant to do. Please help us restore our long-lost but beloved tradition, the Midsummer Theater Revival, with a guest performance by local theater troupe, the Method Mares, as well as games, food, and much, much more. This event promises to bring our Bronklyn neighbors together and restore our sense of community, but there's so much to do and we need your help. Darling, this is it! The contact on the flyer is Coco Pommel!
Oh, right. She's the one who got a job making costumes for that designer friend of yours.
Don't you see? This must be why the map called us here. Oh, and you were so worried.
Well, I suppose it's at least worth looking into. That is, if we can ever get off this street corner.
I can't believe you found my flyer. Quite a coincidence, don't you think?
Applejack and I were specifically summoned here to be of service, and you, my dear friend, are in need of help. It's no coincidence, darling. It's fate!
This Midsummer Theater Revival, what is it exactly?
An outdoor play held at the community park. Many moons ago, local theater troupes would perform, and ponies in the neighborhood would help make the costumes and design set pieces, prepare food to share during the performance.
Y'all do look like you're enjoying each other's company. Kinda reminds me of Ponyville.
It sounds lovely, darling.
It was, up until several moons ago.
What happened?
That's Charity Kindheart. She was a well-known costume designer on Bridleway. She started the Midsummer Theater Revival as a way to share her passion for theater with the neighborhood. No matter how busy she was, she always made time for the revival. But when she moved away to be closer to her grandfillies, the neighborhood lost the special tradition she had started. And worse, the sense of community it fostered.
Hey, I'm trotting here!
No pony else stepped up to take over for Charity?
I've been trying to, but I've just gotten a last-minute request to alter costumes for the cast of My Fair Filly, and I'm afraid I haven't made much progress. Oh, there's just so much to do to bring back the Midsummer Revival, and my flyers haven't attracted a single volunteer.
Say no more. You finish up your work, and by this time tomorrow, you'll be up to your mane in ponies who want to lend a hoof. Applejack and I will make sure of it.
You will?
You bet your boots we will.
Oh, I don't wear boots. I find they chafe my calves when I walk.
It's just an expression.
So you see, the Method Mares are only available on this one day, and we need all the help we can get with preparations.
Yeah, not a good time right now. What am I saying? It's never a good time.
Well, what do you think?
I got my own problems. You think I got hours to dedicate to some pony else's?
Ah, yes. Charity's Midsummer Theater Revival. Such wonderful memories.
So you'll help us?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I run a very important oat and hay import-export business. Why, I can't spare even a moment for such things.
This is a nightmare.
Oh, not at all, darling. It's quite lovely.
I think she was talking about the Midsummer Theater revival.
I finished the alterations for My Fair Philly, but have barely started the costumes for the revival, and the Method Mares are coming to the park tomorrow for a costume fitting and rehearsal.
Well, I could help you with the costumes.
But what are we going to do about the rest? The park is in desperate need of repairs, and the sets still need to be built.
Well, I know a thing or two about building and fixing things. It's kinda, well, my thing. Could be the reason the map called me here.
You see, dear, we went out looking for volunteers when all the help you need is right here.
Uh-huh.
The map wouldn't have chosen just Applejack and me if it was more than we could handle. Everything is going to be just fine. Perhaps I spoke too soon.
Oh, dear. You're right. Are you sure you can manage this by yourself?
Well, there's a lot to do. But Rarity's right. The map wouldn't have called us here if we weren't up for the challenge. You two go on and take care of the costumes. I'll see you at the dress rehearsal. I know it looks bad, but I'm moving as fast as I can.
Don't worry, we've still got plenty of time. Everything's going to be...
Excuse me. Is this where the Midsummer Theater revival is supposed to be, par chance?
We're here for the dress rehearsal.
Oh, yes. We've just put the finishing touches on the costumes.
At least those look professional.
We'll do a dry run of the play first, and then the fitting.
No, wait! I haven't gotten a chance to... Reinforce the stage yet.
I just wanted to live up to Charity's example, to bring my neighborhood together again. The park is still a mess. We haven't even thought about what refreshments to serve during the performance. And even if we had, we don't have a stage for the Method Mares to perform on. It's hopeless. Just hopeless.
I don't understand. The map summoned us here to solve a friendship problem. We've clearly found it. But why did it send the two of us? Why not Twilight? I'm sure she could have used her magic to transform this park in an instant.
I've been thinking the same thing. I mean, I can at least see why you're here. Coco's your friend, and you have an eye for costumes and all. But me? I was never gonna be able to finish a project this big.
We'll return to Ponyville as failures. Why must this be Applejack? Why? Why? Why?
Now, hold on there. I'm not suggesting we pack up and go home.
Then what are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we stop worrying about what we can't do and start doing what we can. I think I've got a plan. It won't be anything big or fancy, but it'll be something. And something's gotta be better than nothing, right?
I suppose so.
That's the spirit. Sorta. All right, y'all. It's ready.
Should we go ahead and start?
Excuse me? I'm Charity Kindheart. I'm here about the open design position. I brought some samples of my work. I'm sorry I'm late. I had the hardest time finding my way here. I just moved here, and I keep getting mixed up by the street names. I had a map, but I dropped it in a puddle, which only made the street names harder to read.
I see.
What is that?
I don't know, Sugar. Looks like some kind of play.
Well, can we stay and watch it, please? Please, can we?
Oh, all right. I suppose we could stay for a minute.
Excuse me, but your next appointment is here.
All right, send him in. I'm sorry, but based on these samples, I just don't think this is the place for you. Don't get me wrong, these clothes are all exquisite and well-made, but more theatrical than avant-garde. Have you considered costume design? I have a contact on Bridal Way. If you're interested, I can put you in touch with him. And see.
Charity, dear, is that you?
Hello, Mrs. Pear Blossom. I didn't see... Oops.
Oh, let me help you, dear. Are these the costumes you've been working on?
Yes, I was supposed to be finished by now, but there's just so much to do, and I still have a few last-minute alterations to make before opening night. I'm sorry I couldn't get enough tickets for every pony in the neighborhood. I hope Mr. Pear Blossom wasn't too disappointed. I know Trotter on the Roof is one of his favorites.
Oh, my dear Philly, don't worry about that. We're so proud of you. We shall be with you in spirit.
Thank you. You've all made me feel so welcome here and have become like family to me. I just wish I could share this experience with you and the others.
Yeah, what's going on?
It's the Midsummer Theater Revival. The Method Man's are performing.
The revival. Yeah, my pop used to bring me.
It's so nice of you to put on this play for the neighborhood.
I couldn't have done it without every pony's help. I know it's not Bridal Way, but...
Oh, pish tush. It's perfect, dear.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you. This is so nice. Haven't seen the neighborhood this friendly since Charity moved away.
Thank you, fillies and gentlecoats. Please give a warm welcome to the one who made this entire event possible, our neighbor, Coco Pommel.
Thank you all so much for coming. The Midsummer Theater Revival was always something that meant so much to me, and it seems it means quite a lot to all of you as well. I really can't take all the credit, though. My dear friends Rarity and Applejack helped me ever so much.
Oh, darling, please. It was just a few costumes.
Oh, shucks. I just happened to be good with a hammer is all. To be honest, we had much bigger plans to start. When those fell through, we decided to simplify. This here was the result.
Oh, don't be so modest. Coco and I were lost.
You bet your boots we were.
We just wanted to see how much we enjoyed the Midsummer Theater Revival and how much it inspired us.
Oh, yeah?
I used to think that to help my community, I had to do something big. And let's face it, in this day and age, who has the time for such a commitment? But here, you did something as simple as building a stage and putting on a play, and look at how it's brought every pony together.
I saw Coco's flyers for volunteers, but didn't think anything I'd have time to do would be that useful. Now I wish I'd offered to help. Even if it was just pulling a few weeds or planting a few flowers.
Not sure if you noticed, but the park is far from being fixed up. I imagine if you look around, you'll find there's lots of little ways for you to get involved in changing this place for the better. And I will.
And I don't think we'll be alone.
Yahoo! We did it!
I understand now. It all makes perfect sense.
Huh?
I know why the map called you here.
You do?
If Twilight had used her magic to fix the park, it wouldn't have fixed the real problem, which is that these Manehattan ponies didn't think they had time to do something for their community. But by building that stage and making sure the play went on, you showed them that just by doing something small, you can make a big difference.
Well, I'll be.
Seems you have more in common with the Manehattan ponies than you thought.
But all the same, I'd sure like to head back to Ponyville on the next train. I want to check in with Apple Bloom and find out how the Sisterhoof social turned out.
Oh, absolutely, my dear. Just as soon as I stop that pony in the shop over there from purchasing that dreadful